Does it ever seem like your favorite old song lyrics are different today than you once remember them? What about statues you just swear don't look right? Or places you didn't even know were there until recently? We will now pose these questions and many more on this third edition of The Mandela Effect on the Edge of Wonder.
It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood. A beautiful day in the neighborhood. Won't you be mine? Won't you be mine?
Dude, Rob, hold on. You're singing.
Can I just take my shoes off?
No, you're singing it completely wrong, though.
What are you talking about?
You're saying it's a beautiful day in the neighborhood.
That's the lyrics, man.
It's not.
What?
It's a beautiful day in this neighborhood.
No.
Yeah.
No one remembers it that way.
I don't.
No one remembers it that way.
What? When you listen to the song, it's a beautiful day in this neighborhood.
That doesn't even sound good, man.
It's a beautiful day in this neighborhood. Yeah, I don't know either. And the weird thing is, it makes it sound like he's saying it's a beautiful day in my neighborhood, kids, but not yours. Like this neighborhood, like not your neighborhood.
Yeah. I'm confused, man. So basically, this leads into our next episode on the Mandela Effect, and the craziest one we found was Mr. Rogers, the man, the myth, the legend that Ben and I watched absolutely as we were growing up, right?
Yeah. Well, not the craziest one of the songs. There's
Well,
a couple
yeah.
songs that we found that were just like weird, and this was probably one of the biggest ones. And actually, there's tons of people on YouTube singing this song as what you just
Beautiful
said.
Day in the Neighborhood.
Yeah,
Of course.
This. Like who? This, I mean, it even doesn't even sound right. And actually, when you type in "It's a beautiful day" in Google search, the comes up. The whole list.
Of course it does, because that's what people would be searching for, because that's what everybody remembers.
Right. So there's another crazy song. You remember this one, right?
Yeah, of course.
Okay.
Yeah, everybody used to sing that in high school, man.
Okay, right. Because so I have a really good friend, Brianna, who I just contacted right before we did this episode, because she would sing this all the time. And actually, I learned this. I think we even played it once. Like I played guitar, and she was singing it and everything. So is it "Who Will Save Your Soul" or "Who Will Save Your Souls" that she sings in the chorus, Jewel?
Who will save your soul? Right, soul.
Right, soul. Okay. So, and the name of the song is "Who Will Save Your Soul," not "Who Will Save Your Souls," right?
Yeah.
Dude, she sings "Who Will Save Your Souls" the whole song.
Who will save your souls?
But she's talking to a boy.
I know.
That song is
It's
to
so
a guy, isn't it? I
weird.
mean, for the most part. Okay, the way that I remember this is that she goes through the whole song singing soul, and like maybe the last one was like she's singing to everyone now, and she's like, "Who will save your souls?" And that was what I kind of remember.
The whole song is "Who Will Save Your Souls."
It's just bizarre.
Yeah, but the live version, she sings "Who Will Save Your Soul." When I was watching the video on Google search, it says "Who Will Save Your Soul" in the lyrics, so I don't know. There's another one too that I found.
Are you gonna really do this one?
Hiya, Barbie.
Hi, Ken.
You want to go for a ride?
Sure, Ken.
Oh, no. I'm a Barbie girl.
Yeah. Okay, the only reason why I know this song so well is because I worked at this clothing store called Gadzooks in the early 2000s. And we had like this video player thing and VHS tapes. So it would always play like
And
all
you'd
different
watch
songs.
Barbie Girl all day long.
Man, it was just
Sounds
on this
like a good
repeat
gig.
thing that we would hear over and over again with all different songs, right? So does she say I'm a Barbie girl in a Barbie world, or does she say I'm a Barbie girl in the Barbie world?
Well, Ben, I can thankfully say that I don't really know this song as well as you.
I'm jealous.
But actually, the way that I remember it is personally.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
I remember,
That's probably because you didn't listen to it very much.
I'm kind of either way on it, but I actually remember her saying, "I'm a Barbie girl in the Barbie world."
Wow.
That's me, though.
Well, in the live version, she does say A. She
Yeah,
says, I'm a Barbie
so
girl in a Barbie world.
probably proves your point.
And Google, again, says in a Barbie world.
Barbie world.
So, and the
So I'm
Google
one of
lyrics.
those other people
I
on
guess
this one.
so, okay.
This is a big one for
This is
me.
kind of crazy.
Who doesn't remember, like, "We are the champions
Of the
world"? Yeah.
It's like, now when you listen to
but
it,
wait.
it says, we are the champions, and then it's like, nothing.
But you remember?
But it was in like so many movies though. I mean, that's like any sports movie. I mean,
Absolutely.
but everyone's saying, oh, you guys are remembering the live version of the song.
Well, and that could be true, and it could be that someone in one of these movies spliced in the Of the World from one of the live shows at the end of the regular one because they were trying to do something with the movie, but
what do you guys think? Do you guys remember it this way, or do you remember it just cutting off? So, you know, the interesting thing about songs is that seems to be what people remember more than anything else. I mean, people can be like, oh, you guys are just misremembering these things, but songs is just like, you hear a couple songs and you just know it. You know the lyrics.
yeah, I mean, you sing along, you memorize the lyrics, and then you keep that with you. Let's go to Egypt.
You guys remember King Tut's headdress. Now, did it have one snake at the top or two different animals?
I'm thinking about all the cartoons I've seen, all the different things. I only remember one snake. It was a serpent or something.
Yeah,
right?
it was a cobra, king cobra.
Right, exactly.
With its things open. Now, there's two creatures. Now, just a snake. Now, I didn't even know what the heck the second thing even was. I mean, I've been in Egyptian culture for a long time, right? I've been studying all this stuff for a long time. It's super
I've been
fascinating.
looking at it too.
Yeah.
I mean, like I spent so much time at museums looking at this stuff.
I was just like, what the heck is even the second animal? Snake? I actually thought it was two snakes. It's not. It's a vulture.
What? I didn't even remember vultures in Egyptian culture, hardly at all.
I have no idea with this one either. This is like totally weird.
Like okay, there's birds, there's the raw,
Yeah.
right? But vultures,
Well,
I never
That's what
remember.
I thought it was at first. I was like,
Yeah.
well, maybe it's the raw thing. It's just a vulture.
Oh, so random.
So random.
Actually, you know, I ran some searches. I remember because we could only, you were telling me you could only find two now, right?
Right.
And I ran some searches and I did indeed find some that only had one, right? But it was like, for the most part, it was two, but then I definitely found some that were only one, but it's like, who makes the decision on when he's got one or two?
Yeah,
Why is it changing so much?
It's so weird.
I mean, of course, you know, there could be cultural things. I'm not an expert on it, but
Yeah, so what do you guys think? Let us know in the comments if you remember one or two.
The Edge of Wonder.
So when it comes to the largest waterfalls in the world, there's a lot of debate on which is the biggest. And everyone knows Niagara Falls. There's Brazil's Iguazu Falls, excuse me if I butchered that, or Angel Falls, and it's in Venezuela. But do you guys know about the South African Victoria Falls, or the Moza Tunya, the smoke that thunders?
Yeah, so here's the curious thing about Victoria Falls, is that it is one of the most stunning and largest in the world, yet some people have never heard of it. Also missing in some top 10 lists of the best waterfalls in the world.
Okay, so now the interesting thing is that it isn't like every Mandela Effect is necessarily bad or like doesn't make sense, it's just that this is just how some people know them to be.
I'm always looking at like the most beautiful waterfalls in the world because, you know, I'm being a photographer, I'm just so fascinated by this thing. And when I came across this just a few days ago, because I was researching some of this stuff, it was like I was seeing something out of a dream. I'm like, why didn't I ever hear of this thing before? It's so beautiful, and I have like no memory of it.
My memory is only very vague. The only thing that makes me wonder about it is like I did some research years ago on waterfalls and I think I might have seen it on one of the lists, but it would be very strange for not every list to have this because this waterfall is massive.
Yeah, it's seriously
You can't
is
miss
one of the
it.
biggest. I mean, it's like huge.
Like split a country apart. It's huge. But what do you guys think? Do you remember it? Comment below and let us know. Also, guys, don't forget to hit like and subscribe and hit that notification bell. We can use all the support we can get.
So there's a lot of Mandela effects related to Oceania as a whole. To some, they are very real, and to some, well, we found out that some of them can be debunked.
Before we get into the real ones, many people are freaking out over the so-called globe image that is spinning in the mid-1993 movie Dazed and Confused, in which some are saying there was a landmass next to Australia.
However, when we started investigating this, we actually found out that this landmass is not actually a landmass, and it's just a legend or a key on the globe. So in this case, it isn't an island that disappeared on our planet,
But there is one that did disappear, a small island near New Caledonia called Sandy Island. The island was included on many maps and nautical charts from as early as the 19th century.
There are old maps with the island on it, and even on Google Earth there seems to be traces of remnants, such as if you put in the exact coordinates of 19.2 degrees south and 159.93 degrees east, you get a perfect outline of the island. The island was reported about the size of Manhattan.
That is wild. Maria Senton, as scientist at University of Australia, led an expedition to the area where the island is. They had multiple scientific data sets of the ocean and which clearly showed Sandy Island. However, when they went there, they only saw open water.
According to the Washington Post, she said we had a cached version of Google Earth for the area. We had no internet and saw that the island was depicted as a big black blob.
So some are saying that the ocean swallowed up the island, others are saying that it was just part of the reef, and some say that this is
A
the
Mandela Effect. In any case, the missing island has regularly appeared in scientific publications since at least 2000 and appears on Yahoo Maps as well as Bing Maps. So clearly something interesting is going on here.
So continuing with Oceania, here's a question for you all. Do you remember New Zealand being north of Australia or south of Australia, on either coast or whatever?
Now, Rob and I both thought that it was north. And of course you guys can say, oh yeah, those dumb Americans, they don't know anything, right? However, Eric, our video editor, he's Australian and he also remembers it being north.
Oh yeah, I actually remember this being to the northeast too. I remember it being north, not south, but I remember it being like Australia's here, right? And it was up here. That's what in my
That's
notions,
what I
right? And that's what
remember,
Eric remembers too. It's so strange. Now it's way down there. Yes.
All right, but what do you guys think? Do you guys remember it being north or south? Definitely let us know in the comments, and I'm sure you will.
Okay, so this one is weird, but there seems to be some evidence to support it. How many states do you know there to be in the US?
If you said 50, you're correct. If you said 52, well...
You probably write rap songs, because that's where that is in most places. They have 52 states and their rap songs. Great example for the
That's
kids.
true. They do have 52 states in the rap songs. But I mean, it is true though. A lot of people do remember 52 states.
That's weird.
I kind of remember, I vaguely remember it, but I don't
52
know.
territories I remember hearing, but never states.
Okay, maybe you're right about the territories.
Yeah. If you make a couple more states, you screw the entire flag up.
Yeah, it's true.
It's
you
just
know?
perfect 50 states fits on there.
Yeah.
Okay, so if you understand that about the flag, it's kind of like, sorry, Puerto Rico, District of Columbia, you're not important enough to necessarily change the flag, right? Think about what that would do.
Well, I mean, that's what's kind of weird. Some people do remember having 52 stars on the flag.
How?
I mean, I don't know. I mean, you just...
I can't think of any arrangement that would look okay.
But I mean, again, some people are saying, well, you guys are counting District of Columbia, Puerto Rico, but I mean, I don't know. Some people are saying, no, it's not these two, because these are like, not states. It was like 2 other states. But I think you're right about the territories. There's 52 territories, and then there's 50 states. I think that's
what I remember. Not the best with geography. I mean,
I like as a kid, we had to memorize the 50 song thing, like Alabama, Alaska, Arizona, Arkansas, California, Connecticut, blah blah blah.
You gotta do the whole thing.
Yeah.
You gotta do the
But
whole
anyway,
thing.
I remember the whole thing, and I was like, yeah, there's only 50 states. There's not 52.
Right.
Anyway.
So basically, careful what kind of rap you're listening to.
So what do you guys think of our third Mandela Effect video that we made for you guys? Do you disagree or agree with the list that we came up with? Let us know in the comments below.
Also, don't forget to hit like and subscribe for more videos and watch our other Mandela Effect videos if you haven't already.
Right, until next time, we will see you out
On the edge.